Okay, and we're live. Good morning, dearest viewers and Fizzy. How's it going?
Hey, going pretty good. How's it going with everybody?
Uh,
I guess
8:30
that's an
came
empty
really
question.
early.
I'm
Ah,
screaming out into the abyss.
I like your armor stuff today.
No, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Looking
It's
really nice.
thanks. Um, it's funny because the same gear layout that you have on your Mark V, I have on my Mark V. I just have a different helmet.
Hey, great minds think alike, right?
I guess so, I guess so.
Well, I guess what the main thing that I wanted to talk about is we've been having a lot of leaks. This what was mostly like yesterday is when I saw a bunch of videos. One of the first leaks was people have actually been able to access the Bandit rifle.
Yeah, so I've seen a little bit of like the gameplay and stuff for it, and I'm excited. I mean, if it handles anything like the DMR did back in the day, I'll be super excited. The only thing I'm still wondering about is that, and I don't know if you've heard anything about this at all, is like when they were first putting it out, like in the files and stuff, people were noticing it was gonna drop like a power weapon, like say for example if you're playing Team Slayer and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've heard anything different or not about that.
Yeah, like no, there were like voice lines for one of the AIs that was like, saying that the Bandit rifle's coming in essentially. So it's like so it's going to be a power weapon more than a, you know, just like floor. I'm like using like uh, like Apex terms, but like floor loot essentially,
Right.
or like a starting gun. So
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm like, um, because I mean, like, if it's anything like the DMR that we've used in a couple of different games, Halo 4, Reach, and I don't know if they had it in Halo 5 because I've yet to play that game, but
they did.
um, yeah, I mean, that's not a power weapon, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't think a lot of the fan base would be super disappointed if you replaced, say, a commando rifle with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, because it's like it's a precision weapon. I mean, unless they've really like buffed, like like extremely buffed the weapon, like that's not a power weapon, guys.
Yeah. No, that's something that's kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know what we're. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
hoping that's not the case, man.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that
Well.
it's like one of those where like maybe it spawns like a shock rifle or something where like if you're playing again like Team Slayer or something, it's just kind of just like you have to find it somewhere in the map. Like I'm fine with it not being like a starting weapon like maybe like the AR or BR or anything like that, but um, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. Um. Other than that, the battle royale game mode that Certain Infinity has been working on apparently has been leaked in game, like not like the full like game, but like the little icons for you to click on. Um, it looked like it was singles, triples, and then like third person, apparently.
Third
Which,
person.
yeah, which I'm really kind of weirded out with. I'm just like, never thought about playing Halo in the third person, but
I
whatever.
was gonna say that's a bold move for Halo.
Yeah. Let's see if it pays off for him, or if it's another thing that's just like 343. We didn't ask for this.
Yeah, that's interesting because, yeah, I mean, Halo has always been first person. It's probably been one of the only first person shooters to really adhere to that since its very outset. Part of what makes Halo Halo. So
Hmm.
that's very interesting if they stick with that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get into a big team battle match right now. So we'll
And
see.
Surgeon.
Yeah. Might have to play something else. What the heck? But besides that, so well, the battle royale thing, like I'm excited for. I'm sure that it'll be like it'll be interesting to see what they do, especially since you know a lot of battle royales are like based around like health, and with recharging health and everything that is Halo. I'm kind of interested to see how that would even work, but I don't know. Well, what are you thinking about it? What are your thoughts specifically around that?
Like Battle Royale is cool. Like, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and like I can see it having like some really cool potential for Halo. Especially because Battle Royale like type games are so popular right now. I do think that like I do think that honestly, I wish they wouldn't focus on it so much though, at least for right now. I mean, Battle Royale
Mm-hmm.
would be sweet. I think Battle Royale would have been sweet if it launched like when the game launched, for
Yeah.
example. But like I feel like for the state of the game, and especially with like a lot of of the decisions that 343 marketing team, all that stuff like that is made about just Halo in general in the past couple of years. It just feels like another one of those that we got with the Halo TV show, which was, we're trying to bring in non-Halo people into Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like, do you really understand your audience if you're trying to do that then? Because honestly, like, I think we've talked about it before, but like Halo is one of the most like prestigious first-person shooter franchises in gaming history. You really don't need to do that much to get a buttload of people on board. You just need to make a
Yeah.
good game, you know? You don't need to
Yeah.
do any fancy things like Battle Royale or anything like that. Potentially, theoretically. And so I wish they would worry about getting the game right first before they add something like Battle Royale.
Yeah. No.
So
Like.
I'm not against it, you know what I mean? Like I'm not against Battle Royale or anything like that. I just wish they would focus on getting it right before they did other things.
Yeah. No. I completely agree with you. Like, it's like we're still missing so much content. So like, why can't we get that content back? Um, Instead of like really focusing on a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it just kind of feels like they're putting the cart before the horse a little bit. And I mean, I
Yeah.
get it, it's fine. That's a developer's mindset. To just keep pushing forward and doing your thing, No
Uh huh.
worries. But yeah, I mean, I just wish they would
You
just
want
maybe
crunch?
just do some other stuff.
Dude, we got this. It's done. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Give me the car back. Oh, he drove me into the.
that's why I started running. I was like, I knew he was gonna do something dumb. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna end up returning it. Yeah, I mean, like don't be wrong, like that's a developer's mindset. I mean, I work at a tech startup, and that's how they all are. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna do this thing, and we're gonna we're gonna develop before we look back because that's kind of just how it goes. But
Yeah.
that works sometimes, and other times it really doesn't. So, and I think everybody would agree that right now it really hasn't been working, and so. I feel like they need to focus on getting the game actually working correctly, doing the things that the hardcore longtime fans actually want,
Yeah.
and then we can go from there, you know?
Yeah, no. That's for sure. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels like 343 really hasn't been listening to what the fans want. Like, I feel like we got a pretty decent campaign, and, like, the gameplay is amazing, but, like, it's like, oh my gosh, like, you guys wanted you know, free online multiplayer experience. It's like, no, we didn't. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the problem is that, like, honestly, I feel like 343 has been really allowing, I don't know whose fault it is, but like there's been really letting whoever is in charge of these decisions, I guess, just really like make them think with the dollar sign first.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, I mean, it at least looks like to me that like when you do that, it's really starting to look like that means that you don't care at all about what fans want, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's
Roadshow initialized.
yeah.
Windshield wipe. Spark down.
Yeah. But I guess at least we have a couple of different leaks of apparently the what is it called? The game modes for Rumble Pit are going to be coming to oh my gosh. Please, more grenades. To Big Team Battle. Like, apparently the energy swords and grapple shots, the rockets repulsors, and a couple other game modes are going to be coming to Big Team Battle, so I'm excited for that. We don't exactly
how do you feel about doubles?
doubles. I don't care. I'm sorry, I really don't. It's like, I mean, it's Slayer, but with two people, so it just doesn't really do anything for me. And like after kind of having, you know, Last Spartan Standing, I'm like, I really want to just have more content that I'm just able to play with a bunch of people instead of, you know, just making less and less. But that's just my feelings on it. How's your feelings?
I feel like doubles is another one of those things where I'm like, again, like, who asked for this?
Yeah. Yeah, it literally just
it's
feels
like,
like
Your accuracy.
yeah, I mean, it's like another one of those things where, like, yes, I understand that y'all feel like you need to do this to stay competitive in the market, but like, who cares? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like, I swear, it's like whoever they've hired to be in
Maximum thrust.
their department is like, man, Fortnite good, right?
Yeah, Fortnite good.
Don't be wrong, like Fortnite's not bad,
Yeah.
but it's like it's not Halo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, literally though, I'm just like, so why do you think that this is such a good thing, essentially? Like, we really need to really talk about this, and
Fun fact. You
oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of a dogfight. Give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, die. I've hit you so many freaking times.
Enemy Azure flag. Enemy flag carrier spotted. Enemy carrier.
What? Competition doesn't always mean offering the same options. Yeah, that's the number one thing, Cornagi. They don't know what's unique to their games. Like, I feel like with every single Halo title, they've been tracing trends, and it's like, you do know what brought a bunch of people to Halo, right? Just having like a good time with friends and having like all these weird like game modes. It's been an arena shooter more than anything.
Obtained.
I think that's what's a little bit goofy, and I think that's why I feel like sometimes 343 doesn't know what they have. It's like, I've been replaying through like all the games again, and like particularly like I was saying last stream, I think like I played through CE like completely on like the pre-anniversary graphics,
Yeah.
and it was brilliant, dude. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, this graphics are a bit dated, but like the environmental storytelling, like, and like what I didn't know is like the stuff that they did for like controller and stuff, you know, and everything
Yeah.
was pretty revolutionary for its time, and really like revolutionized the first-person shooter like industry at the time. And that's why I'm like, man, I don't think they know what they have, because like honestly, if they knew what they had, they wouldn't keep trying to chase all these trends. They would just like continue to improve upon the formula which they already have been basically dropped right in their freaking lap.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, Halo is like, I mean, not to like wax like too lyrical or anything, but like Halo is like one of the most iconic first-person shooter franchises of all time, and especially when other franchises recently have been just really sucking in the first-person shooter arena. It's like, this is the moment, you know? This could have been their moment to really make a difference.
Well, like, all like the marketing and stuff leading up to this game was like, you know, like the art style and everything. We're all like, that is beautiful. Like, we're going back to Reach. I love it. And like all this sort of kind of stuff, and then, or like,
wow, I hate that.
For instance, they're all like, you're gonna have tons of customization options. It's gonna be way bigger than, you know, Reach ever was. And then we're locked behind all this stuff, essentially. And I really don't understand why they decided that it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the meantime, the things that I'm grateful for anyways, from a developer standpoint, is that there are like little bits of things that they're starting to seem to really do to like at least improve the quality of life of the game, which is always nice. Like, there's little like bits and pieces that you'll probably notice, like some of the stuff they did in the drop pod was nice. Like some of the stuff that they are continuing to do with like some of the game modes is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
like,
there's just some good stuff going on.
yeah, like there is good stuff going on. It's just one of those things, just like, I feel like it should have been done a long time ago. Like, I guess, have you ever watched a YouTuber called The Ackman?
I have not.
Well, he has a lot of good points, and I like also found like, oh my gosh, they're doing a really good job running that flag. But
It's just one dude, ironically.
Well, there was like I killed like 2 guys, and then his other buddies like showed up. But actually this wasn't the Ackman now that I'm thinking about it. But he was talking about
We're heroes.
the flights, like for instance, we've been getting a lot of flights that have been like essentially like a month out from release, instead of like it actually being like an actual flight that's meant to better the game. And how frustrating that's been, because it's essentially been like an early access instead of like, oh yeah, we need to like have people play taste our game so that it actually works when it comes out. And that's kind of how I felt with the like Halo flight, was like there was almost no difference between actual release and like the game. Like when it released on, what was it, November 15th, we were like, okay, so this is like a pre like beta game essentially, and we'll get full things when the game actually releases with campaign and stuff. And then, you know, what was it, like that December time frame that kind of like they fully released the game, and there was no kind of update whatsoever, and we had Big Team broken and all this kind of stuff, and it was just so confusing of why it was even called a flight or anything like that, because nothing was done when the full game was actually released. It's more like to release sell pre-orders essentially,
Yep.
and that just might be the market right now, but it sucks all the same.
It feels pretty crampy, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I have freaking 25 kills this round.
Nice.
But I'm
This is the longest I've ever driven a Wasp before, so I'm like really happy.
yeah, get her done, dude. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess the major reason that I'm kind of like upset about all this is just like I see so much potential in this game. It just needs to be realized.
It's freaking true, dude. I mean, honestly, like, I think that's the thing with me is like, Infinite is like, I love Infinite in a lot of ways, which is why I keep playing it. But like, I just want there to be some better stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't think I don't think that's too much to ask for.
No, for sure. Classic taco. Sorry, I kind of got off topic, I guess. What was... Is there any other leaks that you can think of?
Not as far as I know.
Enemy returned their flag.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. There's probably some game modes that I didn't list off because I didn't actually make a good list.
No, as far as I know, like the big things for me that I thought really stood out were like the doubles
What?
and like all that good stuff.
Dude, I straight up back smacked a guy and didn't die.
Invincible.
Invincible. Apparently you're invisible while getting inside of a tank.
Apparently. That's amazing. I love that for him. Hate that for you.
Oh, apparently people have seen in the files that the Covenant vehicles, like the Covenant, like Ghost and Banshee and everything, are actually in the files. They just haven't been used yet.
Oh, nice.
So that's kind of a cool thing.
Overshield obtained.
Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay, it's very accurate.
Shields boosted.
Yeah, we'll see what crack-a-lack-a happens.
Holy crap! What did? So Overshield protects you from swords. That's kind of cool. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Good tie.
Swagger pose. Initiate.
Oh yeah. That was a really long big team battle match. I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, it was. We did it.
We did it. Good job, guys. But crap. I remembered something. Oh. The weekly reward for this week, hopefully, is going to be the Rakshasa knife that should have came with Spartan Din. So hopefully that's this week, because that's the thing that I've been really looking forward to.
Just the knife.
Just the knife.
The knife. Nice.
I know it's probably too much to ask 343, but can we really have knives back on our Spartans? Like, all the reach armors, please put a knife back on them.
Just one knife, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
I know it makes it so that you can sell more chests, but it's kind of lame just to have just a knife without all the cool stuff strapped to it, too.
King of the hill.
But, yeah, so, I don't know. A lot of people have been talking about the, like, overarching, like, system as well, like, a progression system, and hoping that something will come along with that. I don't know. I think more than anything, Halo really needs, especially if we're gonna stick with these, you know, super long seasons, is to basically implement a system like Splitgate does, where like you can essentially get, you know, weapon skins and that sort of kind of stuff just by playing the game or getting kills or headshots. I think that would kind of, you know, implement into a lot more player retention.
Yeah, another thing they need to fix that's kind of been a controversy on like forums and stuff recently is, so there's a YouTuber, you guys probably all know him, Zach, you obviously know him, but Mitblitz, that guy from Australia that's really big into Halo and stuff.
Yeah.
So he kind of called out 343 recently about their rank system and how like it's basically rigged.
Yeah.
And 343 came out and like issued a pretty like a rebuttal, and it wasn't really like a very well thought out rebuttal in my opinion. It was kind of just like, it was more of like a no, you're rigged kind of a thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was literally like, that's not the way it is. And it's like, but it is, though.
Well, and that's the thing is like I don't think Mitt Blitz has even really talked about it again after that. Like I don't think he's
Yeah.
issued like his, for lack of a better word, own rebuttal.
Yeah.
But the community certainly has.
Yeah.
There has been a bunch of people that went out of their way to like really prove it on themselves, and they've been
Uh-huh.
able to do so like really, really convincingly.
Yeah.
And so that's been kind of a thing.
Yeah. No,
And yeah, I
like,
mean, basically the proof is, or like what's going on basically is that no matter how good you are, no matter what your rank is, like ranked is always a 50-50 shot. So
yeah.
basically it's just like a roll of the die with more steps.
Yeah.
Your team scored. Kill incoming.
Metal obtained. Commence floating.
Kill
Yeah, and so that's one thing right there too. Like if you're gonna have a live service functioning game,
Yeah.
you kind of need to, I don't know, uh, have a working competitive scene.
Yeah. Well, once again, just kind of bringing up that whole thing that happened during a hardcore, like, professional tournament was just like the, you know, the rocket launcher not working correctly. Or, I don't know about you guys, but, well, in the last match, I had that freaking melee that didn't land. Like, it's just one of those things that you need to do. You need to really start working these connectivity issues if you want your
victory.
game to be really competitive.
Well, it's kind of wondering for me because I don't know like if that's gonna be something like specifically for ranked, but some for social games too. Because like for example, I mean we just cleaned a house of these folks.
Yeah,
It was rough. And I don't know if that's like luck of the draw or if they look at any like region and stuff or like anything like that. But like yeah, I mean that's gonna lead to that just leads to a very inconsistent experience. And so like literally it's with ranked, I mean, they've been able to prove that all you basically have to do is just put yourself in a match, play however good or bad you want, and you're gonna either win or lose, either
yeah,
which way. So makes people feel like me, like I don't feel like I'm a very good Halo player, but like makes people like me who has like a level 4 platinum rank in ranked right now. I'm like, is that really earned?
yeah,
So who knows? Who knows?
yeah. Well, like, I don't play a ranked. I don't think it's fun. uh, it just is really sweaty and everything, and I much for like playing like fun game modes. Like me as a Halo player, like I like essentially big team heavies because I love the chaos of just having so many like vehicles and everything on it, and I really hope that that's something that'll be coming. Well, I actually think that's one of the game modes that I missed is big team heavies, and like they did a big team fiesta in Halo 5, and that was super fun because they got a bunch of like different vehicles that had a bunch of different stuff on them essentially, and I love like infection and all these kind of game modes that you're able to play with friends and just like have a good time, but it's just not there. And I mean competitive, like ranked, it just feels like it's something that's really pushing, that they're really pushing for more than anything. And I mean, I kind of look at other games that have the same like ranked system, like for instance Apex Legends. Like I have been playing ranked recently because I feel like I get paired with a lot of people that are like on my same level, and then there's also that fact of like the grind to get like to a higher level is pretty fun, and you actually feel like you get, well, like in Apex Legends you essentially get a skydive trail that essentially like says like, hey, I am like, I did really good in this season, and like I like put in all this time and effort for this really cool thing. Whereas in Halo, like you get emblems, but it doesn't really feel like it means anything.
Fiesta.
Like it would be different if like ranked was like if you got to Onyx, for example, you got like a really cool like helmet or something like that you could show off. I think more than anything, you know, one of the things that Halo's kind of lost with it with 343 is the feeling of achievement that you get from actually playing the game. Like we talk about, you know, a bunch of different stuff in like Halo 3 and stuff. Like most of those helmets, actually all those helmets were due to achievements that you had gotten.
Engage. Hunting we will go.
That might just be how I feel, but
See, I never really played a whole lot of like multiplayer until like fairly recently, so
yeah.
I'm not super like I'm not really like super well versed in like the history of how that's all went down.
Mhm.
But all I know is that if you make an unfinished product, it's not gonna work right.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, dear.
There we go.
There we go.
I
Right,
can't
we're
hit
gonna get
crap
this
with a
guy.
sniper rifle.
Okay, I got him. It's a sweet skin, by the way. I'm
Thank
totally
you.
digging this.
Yeah, it was one of the first like weekly challenges.
Oh, I shouldn't have walked forward. I shouldn't have done that. Had the guy like popped and he rolled up with a gravity hammer and ended me.
Of course. Am I chasing somebody right now?
Looks like they're mostly on the other side of the map. Oh, never mind. They're coming for you.
Oh.
Oof,
Thanks for
that guy
getting
almost
that
got me.
done.
Oof. Yeah, that guy was sporting.
No way. Ah.
Dang. That skewer though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I'm
what
just
do I
sick of
want?
being like all the way through a swing and it being like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Killing me? Yeah, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. There was a guy that grappled onto me with the gravity hammer, and he shot a rocket right as I thought he was gonna drop, and yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah.
He's right across the way from you, by the way. Oh, that guy.
Oh, hey. Haha. Fall off the edge with me.
Just play that, what is it, the, Nora Jones song. Come away with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had the hardest time the other day trying to get this week's weekly challenges done. My last challenge, or one of my last challenges, was to get kills with a rocket launcher, and I was playing Fiesta, and I couldn't get it done. Like, it like felt like the game purposely was not giving me the rocket launcher.
Jeez Louise.
I
No, I had the same thing. I had to get kills with like the energy sword, and I kept getting into Fiesta trying to get it, and it just was not happening. So eventually I got it, but it was like, sheesh, how long do I gonna play Fiesta for?
yeah. Yeah, dude, like, I was doing really good with matches and stuff like that, and it was just uh, not happening. I guess another thing that I have against the challenges too are the very fact that it's just like you have to play the game the way the developers want, essentially. And I'm just like, well, what if I don't want to play Tactical Slayer? I'm sorry, I just don't.
It's because 343 is trying to tell you to get good.
What do you... What? I know that they want me to play a bunch of different game modes, but... I don't know. I feel like the number one thing that, like, has not been very fun for me is just, like, that aspect of, you know, modern gaming where, like, playing a game feels like a chore. Like, instead of being like, hey, check this out, like, I did, like, this crazy challenge and I got really cool stuff for it, it's more of, yeah, I had to grind for 5 hours to try and get the freaking rocket launcher so that I could get this skin. Or play a game mode that I don't particularly like at all. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. What do you think about the fact that apparently Lost Spartan Standing is the game mode with the least amount of players, like the least played game mode?
I mean, it makes sense, dude. I mean, honestly, like, Last Spartan Standing was fun for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, and ever since then, it's like, guys, we don't care about this game mode. It's not fun, it's not social, you don't play with anybody. Like, and like, even with the updates they made with it during, like, what was it, June's drop pod or something,
Yeah.
it's still not fun.
Yeah.
It's just not fun at all, honestly. Or at least not fun enough to make it worth it.
Yeah. Well, like, once again, when we were talking, what you said, it's not social. Like,
Yeah, it's just really not worth it, man. I mean, honestly, from a gameplay experience and stuff like that. I mean, Last Spartan Standing would have been fun as maybe like an aside, you know, or something. But like as a main feature of a season, no
Yeah.
way, you know. Oof, thanks for
Yeah.
getting that out of there. I
Yeah.
was going to die if you didn't do that.
I don't know. It once again becomes a... I want to play with my friends. That's the whole point of playing Halo, dude, is I want to play with my friends. Why would I play a game mode that is just alone? Like, like, I streamed this game with you, right? And half the time it's like, okay, like, I have one or two options. We either still talk and, like, we play it by ourselves, or, like, I just play alone. Or I have to, like, play, like, when I'm off stream. And I don't know, with a lot of games recently, I've been like, I don't really care to play when I'm not playing with friends.
Yeah, I feel that. No, and this, I guess that's the other thing is that like Last Spartan Standing was like really supposed to be like their real big bread and butter ticket for this season. And I think kind of goes to show too that 343 again needs to probably rethink their season, like the way they do their seasons and stuff, is because with something like Last Spartan Standing, like that would have been a great like entrenched like event, you know?
Hmm.
Maybe if you did that like every couple of weeks, but not like this is a brand new game mode that we're making specifically for the season, and
Yeah.
then our entire season is going to be based on this like sort of theme or aesthetic, and all that jazz like that. That I don't know who thought that was gonna work. Because
Yeah.
like the only other game Halo title that's had anything like that was Halo Reach's campaign. And you know, it was cool for that campaign, but it made sense in the context of that campaign, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe it could have been cooler, like maybe if they hyped it up more or had some better trailers or had trailers in general. But yeah, man, it's just like you put all your eggs in a pretty small basket, you know?
Yeah.
So
No.
yeah, it makes sense. And like I hope that like because I heard like the last time they were talking about shuffling out some modes to introduce some new ones, it sounded like they were going to keep Last Spartan Standing, which to me like didn't make any sense. Because I mean, just from like my perspective, anyways, like just from me playing this game, like I don't want to play that. That is like my least favorite mode in the entire game. Like I don't like it. I hated having to play through to get some cool stuff for it, but um, you know, there's some other modes that I wish they would like either develop more or keep instead of that. Like
Yeah.
they've talked about how maybe getting rid of team snipers instead of that, and I'm like, please no, please no.
Yeah.
Team snipers is way more fun than uh, than Last Spartan Standing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like so, guy. Well, here's the a major thing with I feel like even removing playlists. It's just like so we have so little content. You're gonna take more content away. Like I think that's the like number one thing that kind of has irked me hardcore about uh team doubles
Claim their flag.
is essentially that I feel like it's going to be like an excuse to get rid of some of the game modes.
Locked and loaded.
And I'm just like, but it's so empty already. Can we just add more game modes? Or does the UI just not handle anything?
Oh, poop. Well, that didn't work.
Oh. And here's another thing that I'm getting kind of frustrated with the maps. They're so thin. There's like it's so hard to like actually have vehicle combat because there's only like essentially 2 lanes, especially on this map. It's like you go down that way or you go over that way. And then like you're having a hard time just like driving because you're hitting walls and stuff.
Yeah, that's where the whole Covenant vehicles thing you were talking about kind of doesn't make sense because, like, honestly, to this point, like, most of their big team battle maps aren't even that, like, conducive for good vehicle play.
Yeah.
And so they'd have to make, like, a brand new map in order to, like, really do, like, some big, like, vehicle-heavy maps, you know?
Yeah. And from the leaks, everybody's saying that we're supposed to get 2 new big team battle maps and then 2 more arena maps. So hopefully that's true. Because I'd really love to see more.
That would be very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Relentless assault.
Ow, ow. But yeah, man, it's just like I want to be able to, you know, I don't know. I guess another thing that I'm kind of like going off of is, did you ever play Halo Reach back in the day?
I mean, I didn't play it until the Master Chief Collection came out for
Okay.
PC, so
Right.
Probably-
Sorry, that was a
probably
dumb question. But there was a social feature that essentially, like, right before the match, 3 maps would pop up, and it would be like, it would have like the game modes as well. So you could like vote and say like, I don't want to play, you know, Tactical Slayer on this map. And like, if people agreed with you, they'd vote for something else. And I always felt like that was a really cool feature because it led to us not playing Stockpile
a bajillion times. Yeah.
a bajillion times. And I'm really confused of why that feature was taken away. I'm just like, is there just so much like crammed into this game that like the UI just cannot handle it, or did they just forget that that was a thing?
Man, they've got a guy with a VR on the other side of the map that is just on my junk.
Has either team even captured the flag yet?
No, like, I don't think anyone's even, like, picked up the flag. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go a different way. This guy is just all over me.
Yeah. Yay. But yeah, man, there's just like, you would think that, you know, 343 and all these game developers would learn and be like, oh yeah, people really like this thing, so maybe we should keep it around instead of just essentially trying to reinvent the wheel each time and being like, I wonder what'll work. Oh, I didn't realize that there was going to be 2 guys. Haha! Still got you. I don't know. I'm really hoping that with this 3rd season that we're really going to start picking up and getting more stuff, and that we're going to have Halo around again to be the big man on campus, essentially.
Big man on campus.
Big man. Oh, hey guys. Dude, I feel like I haven't even been able to get across the map.
No, I certainly haven't. I've gotten there like twice, and I almost immediately got killed. So. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Ghost Gang. Let's go. Woo. What? Okay. Okay, cool, I guess. And I guess another thing is just, I feel like all vehicles are like paper mache. Like, I just don't feel like they're
Bro,
very...
this isn't Halo 2, man. They're not that paper mache.
Hey, I still had fun with the vehicles in Halo 2, and I feel like
If
they
you
could
got
keep...
if you got to drive them for more than 3 seconds, I swear to goodness, I hate playing Halo 2 anything harder than normal. Because I swear, like 30 seconds after I get a vehicle, it's like, oh, you wanted a vehicle? Well,
Oh, we're talking about campaign?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Like seriously, the Banshee level, like what's it, the Great Journey, is
Uh-huh.
so frustrating to me on anything besides anything harder than normal because I cannot get through
No,
the amount
like,
of times that I have to like freaking bullet sponge a Banshee
no, that's for sure.
and
Like,
then get immediately wrecked after like 3 shots.
no, that's for sure, dude. Like, freaking legendary is a freaking nightmare. The freaking
Drop wall
banshees do not have the output. Oh my gosh! How the freak did you get a ghost up there?
I don't know, I'm a little mad about it, but I'm also like happy for him, you know? This
Yeah.
feels like an accomplishment that he's been working towards his entire life. So I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, person who killed me, I hope you're doing well, and I hope that, you know, everything you ever dreamed of in your life comes true.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be quite the scoreless round if it keeps going like this.
Yeah, right?
grenades acquired.
Just sad because I just got a sniper rifle for like the first time this match, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do some sniping, but nope, it was taken away from me prematurely.
Available.
I'm gonna go get dead. It'll be fun. Never mind, I didn't die. Yay!
Oh my gosh, seriously? Amazing.
Amazing.
I got sniped with a ghost from across the map, and then immediately headshot afterward. That was awesome.
Yeah, you better die, Sundered Stars. I feel like that was super passive aggressive. That's because it was.
I mean, was it passive aggressive or like fully aggressive?
Yeah.
10 minutes remaining.
I feel like it was fully aggressive. Don't worry, I got him. I got him.
Thanks, Fizzy. I really appreciate it. This is a really, like, weird match. Oh my gosh! There's a guy that just, like, ran past our flag. Like, didn't even think about picking it up.
Yeah, it was the same guy that killed you with a ghost.
What is the
Okay.
point of all this? Are we here just to suffer?
Oh my gosh, okay.
Is that sniper guy just sitting over there again?
Yeah, he got me good.
Oh, that's a full freaking team. Can I reload my gun? Push forward, my brothers.
For the Emperor, I mean, for humanity. Wrong franchise.
We might do it. We might pull this off. What?
That didn't last long.
Okay, I. The Empire. That's a 40K reference, right?
It sure is.
We're having a hard time keeping our franchises straight.
And now forget the Empire, man. In Star Wars, anyways.
Holy free holies, my dudes.
Holy free holy!
I see where your allegiances lie, Fizzy.
For the Emperor of Mankind who sits on the golden throne and keeps us away from the chaos. He's been sitting for 10,000 years in unrequited agony, shielding us from the horrors of the warp.
Dude, we grabbed their flag. It's a freaking miracle.
Amazing. I think this is literally
Amazing.
the first time ever.
Survival
I'm
odds.
trying to think if there was any other announcements that
I
were...
mean, the cult of the Emperor. The Imperial cult, more accurately.
So, question. How the freak did I die?
Well, I have another question for you. Where did babies come from? Because I don't know.
Eyes up.
Hey, you have a child. You should know better than I do.
I still am trying to figure it out, man. I'm not gonna lie. Is that bad? Is that embarrassing?
No, I think that makes sense. It sounds like it just spawned. Like you just went to the hospital and they're like, here's a baby.
The baby just spawned. Is that what you're gonna say? Yeah, you know, we just went
Wait,
to
the
a,
hospitals just don't give you a baby?
we just went to a spawning point.
Yeah. Isn't that what hospitals are?
A spawning point. Hilarious. Oh my god.
Holy crap, they're all over here.
I finally killed the sniper guy.
Dude, we're gonna get the flag. It's a freaking miracle.
Oh, how'd that guy not see me? Okay, that's fine.
Did you join a cult? Where embarrassing? What are you talking about?
That was me and my emperor speak. Y'all are embarrassing. Cancel. You made a baby.
Hey.
Sudden death.
Oh
wait,
my
wait.
gosh.
Did we
Woo! We won.
Yes. Oh. Alright, boys, girls, and Spartans, I gotta get head out of here. But it's been real, everybody. Thanks for
Real.
letting me spread the faith of the God Emperor of mankind to this Twitch stream today.
Yeah, man. Anytime. They are also despawning? What?
Yeah, that's what we call death in this universe. They're, you know, they're lagging out of the match.
I know that match was painful, but we won. That's all that matters.
Alright, everybody. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
See ya, Fizzy. Yeah. And, please, if you find yourself coming back on the daily, give us a follow. We're always here for your news needs to complain about Halo until it becomes good again. Hashtag make Halo good again. We had the Instagram, YouTube, and all that sort of kind of stuff. Unscathed Corn Dogs, the YouTube, and yeah. We'll see you again on a Thursday at the same time. Until then, have fun, but not too much fun, and we'll see you all again next time.